introduced the Zone 1 and 2 public transport ticket prior to the Zone 1 ticket. This would be expected to put more people on the trains that are already crowded and they reach the suburbs. So what will the parties be doing to improve conditions for cyclists so that the resulting surge in cycling in inner areas can be accommodated? And when answering this question, please take into account the fact that popular cycle routes such as the Upland cycling path are already at capacity and facing bicycle traffic jams each morning.
Explosion of cycling that's happened not just in our community but right across Victoria has been one of the great features of Melbourne and certainly Victoria generally over the last couple of decades, and it really is transforming the way we move, and there's a lot of catching up to do to ensure that the infrastructure supports that. As I spoke before about the $80 million commitment that we had regarding each year on cycling infrastructure and ensuring that it was part of the planning process through vicrotes at every turn. That's been shred to nothing, so we've got to really put the skates on again. And again, we will have more to say about this in the coming weeks, but you can be assured that I personally understand the significance of the cycling power. I think it's such an important part of the way we live, and it is transforming how people are getting around, and it's terrific not just for health and safety, but obviously for reducing emissions, etc. How we're connecting trains with cyclists, etc. Very good, extremely good points. But we would see us going into this election with a very strong policy on cycling, and also on that record that it needs to be central to all of the planning we do around transport. That's slightly vague at the moment, but again, we can talk about it over the coming weeks. Thank you.
So, I'm very concerned about this as a regular cyclist to work in, but also as a doctor, because I work in an infectious diseases department, and at least once a month, you wouldn't imagine I would see injured cyclists, but I do. I see injured cyclists and other injured people who have infected metal in their bones. Metal surgeons are good there. And they have suddenly to be on antibiotics for life. Right? And so we have a real problem, a bit of a hidden epidemic of injured cyclists. And we've spoken about this before, Jane. And this is something we really need to work hard on, because I see obviously almost the worst end of the spectrum, not the dead ones, but there are a lot of less serious injuries, right? Fractured wrists and so on that never get to me. And that puts a lot of people out of work for a long time and puts people off cycling. So what are we going to do about this, right? So first of all, increasing cycling funding, and we've said that the state government will match council funding for bike paths to separate bikes from cars. I'm very concerned about the upfield, because a friend of mine was seriously injured on that in a bike from bike collection. It's too narrow. And on the annual bike count in March, 1,000 bikes in 2 hours went past the Brunswick bars down the upfield. It's really busy. So we need better north-south routes, maybe on Sydney Road, maybe sticking something on the other side of the train line. We need to fund some expansion for increased north-south bicycle. Greg Garrett has recently introduced the 1 metre safe passing law. It's still not supported by the parties, but that's the 1 metre matters campaign is something I encourage people to support. And moving out of Melbourne, we want to get people to use bikes more in the countryside. And so we want a clear statement from the B-Line that they'll have bikes on trains and buses all the time, not just when it suits them. And someone at the recent bike forum we had explained that a lot of people buy their car just for that one annual holiday a year that they can four-wheel drive. They spend the year driving the kids to school, but they chose it for that one holiday. So we want to encourage people to be able to use bikes and other alternatives to cars for their annual holiday. And so we want to spend a lot of money on rural bike paths, particularly where train lines are closed and so on. So we've announced the fund for that as well.
Thank you for the question. Two things. The first one is the Zone 1, Zone 2 becomes Moreland Bay. That use public transport. And we all have already got a plan. What we are doing now is, instead of having all the trains and go to Field Street Station and walk there, we have a system to make it into 6 standalone lines. And that is an improvement in the train services. And that will improve, obviously, the punctuality, reliability, and that will help to move more people from Zone 2 to the city. Second thing is, I came from the city this evening, and I was so happy to see so many people riding bikes. And in fact, not only that, I saw the lanes. They were all new lanes. And these are the things that the coalition government has been doing in the last 4 years. And this is what we want. It's a bigger picture, bigger plan, not only just the bus catcher, the trains,